What's up, Top 10 fam? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Ayman Hassan and welcome back to another video. Okay, I would just like to preface this video with two things. Number one, I have no personal prejudice against any zodiac sign. I don't know all of them well enough to even be like, oh, I hate Scorpios. But my best friend explained my birth chart to me in detail, so I do know more than the average person. Shout out to you, Deanne, thank you for that. And number two, I am a Leo, because I know you guys are going to ask in the comments, so I may as well answer it now. But also, I know I'm going to be talking about the traits associated with each zodiac, and if you are that zodiac and that doesn't apply to you, that's totally fine. Everyone is different. I'm not trying to box anyone in, don't you worry. But with that being said, these are the top 10 scary zodiac signs that are most dangerous. Holiday season is here, you guys. If you haven't gotten your significant other a gift, don't wait any longer and get them the perfect ring or necklace for their special zodiac sign. Now, each order is elegantly gift wrapped with a custom wax seal and a zodiac fortune card. Order now and the W Bros are throwing in a free sterling silver gift, which could be earrings or a necklace or a charm with your order. This insane promotion ends in 24 hours, so get yours before it expires. Hello! And use code MA10 for $10 off your order. The W Bros horoscope jewelry collection is crafted from pure sterling silver and guarantees a smile from your loved one. Starting us off with number 10 are Leos. Low-key the best sign, and yes, I'm totally biased. If you are a Leo, number one, congratulations. And number two, that means you were born between July 23rd and August 23rd. Now let's get into me basically trash talking my own sign for the next few minutes. Now, Leos are ruled by fire. We're literally represented by the lion. I haven't even named a trait yet, and those things are already dangerous. We have high tempers, which I can see. I can totally see that. Although I high-key actually never fought with anyone, just letting you know. We are known to have huge egos and think highly of ourselves, which I can totally attest to, and I've seen it in literally every Leo I've ever met. This sign likes control. They like to be at the center of attention and have hugely dominating personalities, which makes them charming. It makes other people want to listen to them, which could be dangerous. They're notoriously passionate and feisty, but once they lose their temper, that's it. That could low-key be a psychotic break if you're not careful. If these signs are committing a crime, it would be to become famous essentially, and I was thinking about it and I actually agree. Like, if I was gonna commit a crime, I'd at least want to be on the front page of newspapers for it. Like, I don't want to just be put in jail and just kill for no reason. You know what I mean? I just need the credit, I need the clout. Infamously dangerous Leos include myself, victims 1, myself, the acid bath killer 6 to 9 victims, the Cleveland Strangler 11 victims, Rasputin, Mussolini, and one half of the Moors murderers, Myra Hindley, 5 victims. Oh! Coming in at number 9 are Scorpios, born between October 24th and November 22nd, so happy birthday in advance to all the Scorpios watching right now. Now here's where I insult you, again, not my own opinions. So Scorpios are known to be jealous, aggressive, and sadistic, which honestly seems like the perfect 3 ingredients needed for a very dangerous murderous stir-fry we're creating right now. They're actually considered the most sadistic sign out of all of them, and an evil Scorpio won't even bat an eyelid when committing a murder. That's just like a casual Saturday night for them, like no biggie. They're cunning in a way that they might not always be committing the crime themselves, but they'll always be the puppet master, no doubt. So manipulation is a skill they very much have under their belts as well. They're unpredictable and extremely intense too, so all in all, I feel like this combo was made for danger. Infamously dangerous Scorpios include Charles Manson, the Giggling Granny, 11 victims, Hell's Bell, 40 plus victims, Alton Coleman, 8 victims, and the Sunday Morning Slasher, 20 to 100 victims. At number 8 we have Pisces, and if you are a Pisces, that means you were born between February 19th and March 20th, but what do we need to know about this sign? You know what they say, beware of the fish that swims in 2 directions. Now, is that a euphemism for being two-faced? We shall find out. Now, this sign is extremely hot-tempered, and they do have this hidden dark side, so that's where the 2 fish come in. Unlike the other signs on the list, Pisceans are more dangerous to themselves than they are to other people, which I mean is great if you're other people, but bad if you're a Pisces. Lol. It's hard to imagine the sign is dangerous since they are usually so loving and caring, but they also have little to no self-control. They're known for substance abuse crimes, but if you don't keep their self-destructive nature in check, it starts going outward and destroying other people, aka murder. We're talking murder, people. They can become insecure and unstable, and that's what makes them a risky sign. They have trust issues, but let's face it, don't we all? And they can very easily become addicted to substance substances or people, and being addicted to a person is the most dangerous thing of all in my opinion. Infamous Pisceans include Osama bin Laden, John Wayne Gacy the clown killer, who had 34 victims, the scorecard killer, 20 to 70 victims, the Night Stalker, 14 victims, the Green River killer, 50 to 90 victims, the BTK killer, 10 victims, the meanest man in America, 10 victims, and so on. Oh my god, the list for Pisces was so long. I was surprised. I was shook. Didn't know there were that many problematic ones out of you. Clearly they are. I'm watching out for you now. Filling our number 7 slot is Libra, born between September 24th and October 23rd. Happy belated or upcoming birthday firstly. It is Libra season right now and we are loving it. So this sign is the one with the symbol of scales, so they are pretty low key. They're not the kind to break the law easily. These are Libras we're talking about. Hello, low key. This sign is interested in money, and money. So any crime they're committing is to do with just that. We have robberies, theft, and drugs is also a ting with them as well. They don't do it themselves because it's never shit where you eat, but they'd never hesitate to work in an organization that sells such items so they can hide behind that organization. Now with Libras, there's an air of calm and patience about them. They're loyal to their family and friends, and so when someone threatens those people, it's mask off time. A Libran may even kill someone during an angry outburst because of that reason, and that reason only. So I mean, does that imply you can mess with them but not the people they care about? I guess so. Dangerous Librans include the Hillside Strangler, 12 victims, the Freeway Killer, 20 to 40 victims, the Love Slave Killer, 10 victims, and the Classified Ad Rapist, 10 plus victims. Now at number 6 is Virgo, and if you are one, that means you're born between August 24th and September 23rd. So firstly, again, happy belated birthday, and secondly, you better not be on your criminal bullshit. Virgos are known to be perfectionists, which is great when it comes to daily life until it consumes you, but it's even better when you're a murderer. They say the perfect crime doesn't exist, but Virgos would disagree. These signs have a criminal streak in them, but then again, don't we all? They're clean, they're deliberate, and neat with everything they do, meaning every single thing they do has purpose, and they will never leave a messy trail leading back to them. They will sterilize the hell out of that crime scene, so by the time they're done with it, it's gonna be cleaner than it was first built. And that's saying something. That is saying something. And that is what makes them so dangerous. They're sneaky, but luckily for us, murder isn't their go-to crime. Thank They prefer smaller crimes and would lean towards things like stealing and hacking. So I mean, they won't kill you, but they could easily just hack into your bank account and empty it. So I mean, you tell me, would you rather be dead or poor? That's what I thought. Infamous Virgos include Ivan the Terrible, serial killer Henry Lee Lucas, 150 plus victims, the dating game killer, 10 to 130 victims, the Angel of Death, Gerald Stano, 20 to 40 victims, the Boston Strangler, 13 victims, and so on. Coming in at number 5 is Capricorn, born between December 23rd and January 20th. My family is filled with Capricorns. My sisters and my mum are all that, and considering they're meant to be all-round crooks, that simply just isn't the vibe we're going for here. Now, according to the FBI, this sign is behind a lot of mass murders. They're extremely dangerous because they are that jack of all trades sign. They're going to be the ones committing the petty small crimes like theft, but they're also going to be the signs committing sadistic ass murders. There's really no in between. They're probably going to wake up and be like, how am I feeling today? Do I want to rob a bank or do I just want to run someone over? Don't know. Guess I'll just decide when I get in the car. That's just their daily decision making, I think. But on the downside, they're quite bad at covering their tracks, meaning they're careless and get caught easily, which is actually interesting to hear because I feel like my mum and sisters pay so much attention to detail I can't even. So I can't even see them being careless. So again, like I said, not every single thing will apply to you, and that's fine. Infamously dangerous Capricorns include serial killer William Bonin, victims 20 to 40 people, the Candyman, 30 plus victims, the Alligator Man, 2 to 20 victims, Ian Brady, the Moors murderer, and the Brooklyn Strangler, both with 5 victims each. At number 4 is Aries, which means your birthday falls between March 21st and April 19th, and yes, my ex was an Aries, and he's in jail now, so no, I'm kidding. But just FYI, we're actually on really good terms. I just like making ex jokes. I know I make a lot and you guys are probably like, she's so salty. I'm not. Either way, from experience and reading a ton of Zodiac sign magazines when I was younger, the first thing I think of when I think about an Aries is stubbornness. This is one of the most stubborn and proud signs out there, and they don't like being dominated or challenged from any angle. And if you try to do either of those things, they will go off. They're also extremely hot-headed, which yes, I agree. And once they lose their temper, that is it. All they see is is red. Thankfully, they calm down quite quickly, so they may get crazy aggressive in that angry period, but not enough to actually kill someone, so thank God. Now, Arians go for the illegal kind of dangerous, like becoming hitmen or assassins, that sort of thing. Infamous Arians include Hitler, the racist killer, not the same person by the way, 7 to 22 victims, serial killer Donald Harvey, 30 to 60 victims, the happy face killer, 8 victims, the Casanova killer, 18 to 40 victims, Herbert Mullen, 13 victims, the Serpent, and believe me, this list was a lot more extensive than I wanted it to be because I feel like I have a thing for Arians. I always just seem to find myself like attracted to them, and that's just problematic, isn't it? Very problematic indeed. We'll sort this out in therapy. Filling our number 3 slot is Sagittarius. Now, born between November 23rd and December 22nd, Sagittarians can be absolutely ruthless. When you meet a bad one, they are the worst of the worst. They're volatile, unforgiving, and just all around harsh. Now, they aren't the go-to serial killer zodiac by any means, and that's good, and they won't actually kill unless they absolutely need to. This sign is actually known to be a great thief and generally quite crafty. There's a long ass list of criminals that escape from prison, and a majority of them are Sagittarius, so I mean, you gotta give credit where it's due. Like, that's a big feat. Now, according to the FBI statistics, they're the craziest of all signs, which I don't even get. If they're the craziest, why are they not at number 1? Why are they at number 3? They're great at the triple whammy of what it takes to be a mass crime committer: manipulation, control, and leading. Famous dangerous Sagittarians include resident serial killer Ted Bundy, who escaped from jail twice, Pablo frickin' Escobar, Joseph Stalin, the torso killer, 6+ victims, the stocking strangler, 7 victims, and serial killer Edmund Kemper, 10 victims. So you guys have an impressive list, I have to say. Now at number 2 is Taurus. The stubborn bull falls between April 20th and May 20th, and I was actually very surprised to see this at number 2. I know a lot of Taurians. My friend Leanne, who did my birth chart, is a Taurus, and she's quite chill. Actually no, as a kid she used to beat us up, so forgot about that. Not chill at all. Either way, Taurians may not be the serial killers on the list, but they are the ones that love money, luxury, and power. That mixed with them being extremely temperamental, possessive, and stubborn becomes an explosive mixture. This love and greed can force Taurans onto dangerous paths to get what they want, which makes them a risky sign. They're natural born leaders, bordering on the line of dictatorship, so I mean, take from that what you will. Infamous dangerous Taurians include Saddam Hussein, the Lonely Hearts Killer, who had 17 victims, Amy Archer Gilligan, 50 victims, H.H. Holmes, aka the Torture Doctor Killer, 9 to 200 victims, the Gorilla Killer, 22+ victims, and bonus one, Hitler was actually born on the cusp, so depending on what time he was actually born, he could very well be a Taurus. And honestly, I wasn't that convinced about Taurians being dangerous, but seeing the people on this list, I'm like, damn, you're problematic. And finally, at number 1 is Cancer, which is June 21st to July 22nd. And believe me, I looked at countless websites and FBI statistics that named Cancer as the most dangerous zodiac sign. That wasn't even me reaching. According to FBI statistics, Cancerians are the most dangerous simply because they have a lack of control over themselves and are known for mental instability. They're actually arrested the most out of any of the signs, and that instability usually makes them repeat offenders. They exhibit a lot of manipulative and passive-aggressive behavior, which I mean makes it hard to understand them and figure them out and what their next move would be. But I feel like everyone is passive-aggressive to a degree, not just Cancerians, but they're known for committing crimes of passion and for leaving distinguishable marks on their victims' bodies. Now a bit of tea. Now I have only ever had beef with Cancers, but I also have a lot of friends that are Cancer, so it's just like a love-hate relationship. Like, what do we do? Do I love you? Do I hate you? I don't really know. Some infamously dangerous Cancerians include Carl Panzram, who killed 5 to 22 people and raped thousands of boys. We have Janine Jones, who had about 60 victims, O.J. Simpson, and John Reginald, aka the Monster of Rillington Place, who killed 8 people. And by the way, the Zodiac Killer, all the evidence pointed to the culprit being Earl Van Best Jr., who is also a Cancer. And that's it for today's video, guys. I actually loved this video because I love astrology. I think it's great. And if you don't know much about it, I get why you'd think it's like a gimmicky thing, but if you actually have your birth chart explained to you, you'll realize how nuanced it actually is. And again, just because I said a Taurus is like this or a Libra is like this and you're not like that, that's fine. These are all generalizations. They're not perfect, so don't be offended. We're all saying this with love. I love each zodiac sign. It's all good. But anyway, guys, let me know what you thought, and also shout out to Geminis and Aquarians. You guys weren't on the list, but we know you're nasty too. I've been your host, Eamon Hassan, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!